Have had their vehicle for 2 years.
Yes, yes.
Imagine taking your car to a mechanic and waiting to the tune of 2 years to get it back. A Whitestown auto mechanic is accused of taking way too long to finish jobs. WRTV Investigates tracked him down on behalf of upset customers to find out what happened and what he plans to do next. Our Kara Kenny joins us now with how you can protect yourself and your vehicle.
They say good things come to those who wait, but Joe and John Carey are tired of waiting. They say this Whitestown mechanic has had their truck for 2 years. In the fall of 2018, Joe and John Carey of Illinois were looking for a mechanic.
I needed a new engine for my truck because I didn't want to buy a new truck.
They found SAE Machining, which in 2018 was located in Zionsville.
They specialized in the 5.7 liter F-150 engines that go bad.
John says he spoke with the owner, Eric Stanfield.
And I said, great. How long does it take? He said, I'll just order the engine, couple months. I said, that sounds really good. He said, I'll put all my own parts inside so this engine will work for a very long time.
John had the engine removed and the truck delivered to SAE Machining's location in Zionsville on October 24th, 2018. Records show John paid the business a total of $6,600 at the end of 2018.
I got the engine ordered. We're good to go. Didn't hear from him for 6 months. Crickets.
John says when he did get a hold of the owner, he got excuses. So John drove to SAE Machining and was shocked by what he saw.
The tire was flat. The inside was full of cobwebs. I lifted the hood. No engine. Absolutely nothing being done to it.
The couple hired Indianapolis attorney Andrew Alt, who specializes in consumer problems with auto dealers and mechanics.
Mechanics often do take vehicles into their shop and are unable to complete it. This has happened, but this is one of the worst cases I've seen.
In January 2020, SAE moved to this Whitestown location, and in July, Alt sent a legal demand letter to the machine shop. He asked the company to pay nearly $17,000, what the Careys paid for the engine work plus the value of the truck.
And even if you were to complete this at this point, it's too late. He's damaged my clients in the amounts of $17,000, and you just can't remedy that by, hey, here it is. 2 years later.
John says he's worried about damage to the truck while it was sitting outside for more than a year.
I want my money back, and I don't want the truck back. I'm at a wit's end. I don't know what to do. I'm out of truck, literally, for 2 years. That is crazy.
SAE Machining's owner responded to the demand letter by saying completing the Carey's truck by the end of August was his priority. But here we are in October, and the Careys still do not have their vehicle or money. We stopped by the Whitestown building and spotted the Carey's truck inside. After knocking a few times, we were about to leave when owner Eric Stanfield came outside.
Well, I've been on the phone with client.
He invited us in to show us the Carey's truck and told us it would be ready in a few days. You have had their vehicle for 2 years.
Yes, yes. I told them the last time that we spoke that unfortunately they weren't the only one that got into a situation where they were waiting quite a while. Because the problem is, over the last 2 or 3 years, work had built up because I decided to work alone.
The Better Business Bureau shows 3 complaints about SAE Machining taking a long time to complete work. Can you respond to those complaints as well?
It just all goes back to what I already said about overloading myself, somewhat purposely because I like the challenge of the large jobs. And most of the time, you would not see a shop this size with one person working inside.
Eric showed us the engine he says will be going into the Carey's truck and told us he's just waiting on one more part.
In a perfect world, in a shop like mine, who builds the engine start to finish, but has other employees to help, the job would still take approximately 3 or 4 weeks.
Eric's attorney told Andrew Alt via email that the Careys will have to pay more money, $2,600, before they can pick up the truck. They're saying, you know, we've waited 2 years for this vehicle to be finished. We don't think we should have to pay you any more money. What's your response?
I do understand that.
Eric says specialty bolts and fasteners were missing when the Carey's truck arrived. Is there anything that you can say to customers that have waited a very long time to get their vehicles and still don't have their vehicles?
Well, obviously, I would apologize for the time frame and the fact that I did create this backlog of work.
Eric says he has whittled his backlog down to just 6 pending jobs. Meanwhile, John Kerry had to purchase another vehicle.
But for many months, I was paying for a truck I couldn't drive. So it is paid off. I have the title. I'm willing to give him the title. I just want my money back.
A 2-year wait, a 2-year hassle. The Kerrys want other consumers to be aware. Working for you, Kara Kenny, WRTV.
Here are some tips to protect yourself. Understand your warranty. You may have to take your car to a specific mechanic. Also do your research. Ask friends and family who they've used, who they trust. Get a written statement and get all guarantees in writing. Pay attention when you pick up your vehicle. Ask the service manager to go over it with you and explain all the work they did and the replacements they made. And also if they replaced any major parts, ask to see what they did. You should also ask the mechanic to explain any charges you do not understand.